Hey Hart fans, Butch Hartman here. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. It's 2 separate buttons. That means 2 hits. 1, 2. Thank you very much. You're awesome. Guys, thank you so much. I'm also doing commissions now. If you want a custom drawing from me, I'll draw you anything you want. You know, one of my characters, some other character, maybe even one of your characters. Click the link down in the description. Okay. My cartoons have been out for a long time now. Fairly OddParents came out as a series in March of 2001, and Danny Phantom came out in April of 2004. They've been around for a long time. I've had some amazing success with my cartoons. I'm very, very fortunate, very grateful, and love the fact that people love my show so much. Thank you for being a fan of the show. I'm assuming you are, of my shows. I'm assuming you are if you're watching this channel, or maybe I owe you money. I don't even know. The really cool part is there's been a lot of interpretations of my shows around the world. My shows have been shown in many different countries, and in order to do that, sometimes I have to dub my show in the language of that country. So I'm going to watch right now 2 of my cartoons dubbed in different languages. I'm going to first watch a Fairly OddParents episode dubbed in Spanish. I think it's Channel Chasers. The title is Cazadores de Cañales. Mystery voice, you speak Spanish?
Sí.
Does Cazadores de Cañales mean Channel Chasers?
Sí.
What's Cazadores?
Sí.
Okay, no, good, thank you. Okay, this Channel Chasers, here we go. I'm gonna watch and see what we got here. So here we go. Theme song. Okay, I hear English. Okay, let's stop for a sec. Okay, so Vicky says, "Es verdad." Was it "Es verdad"? Saying, yeah, right.
It's true.
It's true? That's okay, so it's true. And I noticed the title has been redrawn into Los Padrinos Mágicos, which I'm assuming means the Magic Parents. Is it the Magic Parents? The Magic Parents, right? Okay. Yeah, because Fairly Odd would be kind of weird to translate. Okay, well, very cool. So we're seeing the title has been altered slightly. And this is Channel Chasers. Let's see what we do here. So we got the okay, there's the title. I haven't even seen this title in quite some time. All right, so there's the title. Early CG, very cool. Pulling back. I storyboarded this whole sequence.
Los Padrinos Mágicos en...
Okay, now we have, this is cool. Okay, so we don't just show the Spanish title, we have a person reading it in Spanish, which is neat. But I remember doing this title sequence. You're like sitting there going, I can do an extra long title sequence. I can do anything I want. And this came out, I think Channel Chasers was 2004-ish or 2005-ish maybe? Or I think it was 2003. It was between 2003 and 2005. I know it's when it came out in that area. The CG wasn't being done that much in cartoons back then, so doing this sequence in CG was really, really fun. I did some early CG in an early episode of Fairly OddParents called Power Mad, where Timmy was in a video game, and we did a Matrix move where Timmy is turning, like the bullet cam, where Timmy's dodging a flying carrot thrown by some ninja rabbits. That was done in that episode, but this CG is really fun. So, yeah, okay, interesting. I'm not only reacting to the different language, I'm reacting to the history of this episode. So let me see here. Yeah, so I remember I wanted to have just basically a big, huge grid, like a, what do you call it, a microchip. And I wanted to make sure we felt like we were in a TV. I see it says Cazadores de Cañales. Did I pronounce that right?
No.
Is it Canales?
No.
Okay, so they animated a brand new title here, Cazadores de Canales. I'm sorry for the mispronunciation.
Cazadores de Canales.
Cazadores de Canales. So this part of Channel Chasers.
Dims del 20 años en el futuro.
So they read the titles out loud in Spanish. This whole title sequence is kind of cool, but there's not a lot of dialogue, so I'm going to fast forward into the dialogue part. I know this is where Timmy, it's future Timmy. The world is bleak, and future Timmy, Chester, and AJ have a battle here. And Vicky is the supreme ruler. Yeah, so Chester and AJ are on their little hoverboard. A guy named Eric Weiss storyboarded this whole opening sequence. It was so cool. The guy is amazing.
Tú sigue, Akota. Yo me quedaré a cubrirte. Pero vete antes de que sea tarde.
Chester and AJ, okay, very cool.
Baterrado especial.
And even read labels, okay. Oh, deadly bad guy. Chester hit the guy. Whoa, Chester. Oh, now he's got no way of transporting himself. The braces blocked his punch.
Ahora sé por qué nunca me quité las frenos.
I like this whole sequence. There's a little bit of CGI. There's some more CGI as the hoverboard turns into that flying like Matrix squid thing. I was really influenced by the Matrix a lot when I was doing this episode. Yeah, we'll go past this. Okay, so going into this part here with Vicky. Hold on. Suprema! She's laughing.
Hoy.
¡Qué felicidad! Daría lo que fuera por cuidar a Timmy. Vamos a ver si traje todo para poder ofrecer una supervisión infantil correcta. ¿Limpia orejas? ¿Limpia narices? Y el secador de ropa instantáneo.
I gotta say, I really love watching this animation even all these years later. I think it looks really good. I really like this sequence. Really making Vicky the villain in this episode was really cool. This is when Vicky was the primary villain of Fairly Odd Parents, and then we got later. And Crocker was in the episodes at this point as well. In fact, Crocker was the villain of the movie that came before this, Abracatastrophe. Crocker was the villain. But Vicky was still a major league player in Fairly Odd Parents at this time. But Fairly Odd Parents ran for so long, we kind of ran out of things for Vicky to do. Vicky was an amazing villain. In fact, we would bring Vicky in whenever we needed the ultimate villain. It was Vicky. And so, but in this one, it's great to see Vicky in this one. It's so cool. I'm not that great at translating Spanish. I love watching it in Spanish, though. And I'm trying to figure out, I can tell Vicky's really thrilled to be babysitting Timmy. And she has these horrible weapons, and she's naming each one of them, of course. I kind of have an advantage because I actually wrote this episode. But again, it was like 15, 16 years ago. So a long time ago. How old were you back then, by the way?
Tengo todo para hacer su vida miserable y divertirme mucho. Tengo la esperanza de que algún día pueda hacerle la vida miserable al mundo entero. Pero por ahora, vaciaré mi odio en Timmy.
It's going to be I know a little bit of Spanish, but when people speak it very quickly, I don't understand it. So I'm not getting a lot.
Reina del odio contra Timmy.
She's saying Timmy a lot. Coughs.
Noticiero de Dinsdale.
Hola, Dimsdale. Soy su amigo Pepe.
That one I got. We got Chet You Betcha in Spanish. Hola, Dimsdale. Hello, Dimsdale. Chet You Betcha in Spanish is Senor Chet You Betcha, I think.
Con el editorial de hoy, al que yo llamo Pepe Editorial.
It's a Cheditorial.
Y hace daño. Pero ¿cuánto daño hace? Hace que los niños sean violentos y cometen
Niños, I heard kids. Is it good for kids? He's saying, is television good for kids?
Tomen, por ejemplo, las inmensamente populares series animadas de Kung Fu Mahomushi.
Oh, yeah. So there's a popular series, Mahomushi. We introduced that here. This is called Setup. We're setting up the idea of Mahomushi at the beginning of Channel Chasers so we can then have Vicky and Timmy ultimately battle in, Mahomushi later on. Okay.
Hace que los niños sean violentos y estúpidos.
Mahomushi. Kid tries it. Yeah, falls in the garbage. Oh yeah, the kids are imitating what they saw on TV.
Me encanta esa serie. Voy a responder mi pregunta retórica con un no retórico.
I'd say the work that goes into this to translate these shows completely is amazing. Pretty good voice matching. Okay, there's Timmy's ship.
Es increíble que llegara el día en que puedo imitar esto. ¡Yujú! Y no habría podido hacerlo sin ustedes.
That's a really good voice match of Timmy. I really like that. Here, Wanda.
Sí, pero ¿estás seguro de lo que estás haciendo?
Pues
Good
créelo,
Wanda.
No me pierdo un solo capítulo de la serie.
Good Wanda de español.
Es increíble que nunca desearas tener la nave aplasta niños Mahomushi.
I remember reboarding all of this stuff. It was always fixing storyboards. That was part of my job, so I would always fix storyboards and things. We had some amazing storyboard artists, but fixing all these boards was so much fun. I love doing Channel Chasers so much. It was such a great time because I got to put Timmy Turner and the Fairly Odd Parents into a bunch of shows that I grew up with. You know, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, Johnny Quest, Charlie Brown. The list goes on. Very, very cool stuff. And the Flintstones, so much fun. Sesame Street, it was really, really a blast. What a great time. Very fortunate to have been able to work on a show like this. And I love this version, Los Padrinos Mágicos. Let's move on to Danny Phantom now. Okay, now we are going to watch Danny Phantom. You guys know Danny Phantom. He's a phantom. You know Danny Phantom. So we're going to watch Danny Phantom, but it is in French, and it's going to be interesting. This is the pilot episode of Danny Phantom, first one. This aired back in 2004 right after the Kids' Choice Awards in April. It was April of 2004. The Kids' Choice Awards ended. This show came on. I'll never forget that. We were like the following show from the Kids' Choice Awards. It was so, so cool, and what an honor.
The Kids' Choice Awards, live, hosted by Mike Myers and Cameron Diaz. Then it's the world premiere of the new Nicktoon, Danny Phantom. I'm going ghost!
All right, so watching Danny Phantom in French, I've already caught a mistake that I should have caught years ago. Okay, let's see if I can understand this. Okay, there's a mistake in this shot right here where Jack Fenton is overlooking the kids. On the Fenton portal in the back, there's a little platform above the Fenton portal. There should be a red light, like a siren light on that portal, on that platform, and I just caught it. This is 16 years later. You think they'd let me go fix it? What do you think? Should I go call them and see if they can let me fix it? Okay, so let me see how much French I can pull out of this. But it looks, again, these are the images that I created with my team, but it's all dubbed in French. So here we go.
Voulez chasser les fantômes?
Non, papa. En réalité, moi, ce que je veux, c'est
No, papa. I forget what the dialogue is, too. Here's Sam in French.
Monsieur Fenton, c'est moi qui m'intéressais aux fantômes, mais c'est comme les téléphones portables.
I gotta say, Sam fits French very well. I would like to see Sam as a French girl. That's pretty cool. Danny sounds pretty good. The voice match they did.
Moi, je trouve que renoncer à chasser les fantômes avec notre savoir-faire, c'est criminel.
En tout cas, si vous voulez chasser les fantômes, vous devez ça.
I know he says criminal at the end. And so Jack, the voice match of Jack is pretty close. Because Jack Fenton was kind of down here. Danny! It was the great Rob Paulson. Danny, how are you? It was that sort of thing.
Certaines choses.
This episode looks great, though. To this day, I love the way it looks. See right there. There's that portal. Hold on. There's the portal shot. There's that red light over the portal.
Papa, en réalité, moi, ce que je veux, c'est devenir astronaute.
Oui, c'est vrai, Monsieur Fenton, c'est moi.
I want to be an astronaut.
Mais c'est comme les téléphones portables, il y en a trop aujourd'hui.
Moi, je trouve que renoncer à chasser les fantômes avec
I have
notre
no idea what they're
savoir-faire,
saying.
c'est criminel.
En tout cas, si vous voulez chasser les fantômes, vous devez savoir certaines choses.
Don't be silly. Something like that. All right, I'm going to pause it right here.
Non, j'aime pas beaucoup ça.
Yeah, there's that red light. The red bulb that should be over that light. I didn't catch that all those years ago. See, we still see things we should have fixed. But great job on the voice matching with the French folks. Well done. I love this title sequence. It's not a title sequence, it's cold open. I love the cold open. Yep, looks really great. Danny leaps off stage. We don't see him change yet. We know something's happening.
Sam Tucker, voici une thermos Phanton, prévue pour y enfermer les fantômes. Mais comme elle n'est pas encore au point, c'est une simple thermos. Oui, une thermos avec le nom Phanton écrit dessus.
They go back in the portal. Danny's back.
Et ça, c'est la porte Phanton.
Phanton portal.
Que je le veuille ou non.
It looks great. I love the colors. I'm looking back on Danny Phantom. I just love it. What's the matter, kids? It looks good so far.
Oh, si c'est comme ça, c'est moi qui vais parler. Je suis venu au monde il y a pas mal d'années dans une petite cabane dans les bois et je ne sais plus exactement où, mais je sais que je voulais un poney.
I wish I knew what they were saying, but I still really like it. Okay, we're done. Here's the sequence. Let me hear it in French. Okay, right now, this is very exciting. The title sequence, they're rapping the Danny Phantom title sequence, you know, like the Danny Phantom rap, it's in French, and it's amazing. So I can actually learn French through this song, because I know the words in English, because I wrote the words. By the way, it's not Yo Danny Phantom, it's Young Danny Phantom, just so you know. People think it's Yo, it's Young. How do I know this? Because I wrote the song, that's why. What I find interesting about this is in the Spanish version of Fairly Odd Parents, they didn't change the title sequence or the song. They just changed the words and they made them Spanish, and they kept the song in English. Here in France, they're keeping all the words in English and yet changing the lyrics in French. Very interesting. Cultures, the crossing of the world.
idée d'essayer. Il y a eu comme un grand flash, tout s'est transformé. Ces molécules.
I gotta say, I love this title sequence. The music still works, even in French.
Il n'est plus le même. Ses cheveux sont tout blancs et ses yeux tout verts. Il traverse les murs, disparaît et vole. C'est la doll plus cool de l'école. Et maintenant, pour lui, tout est devenu.
It's really cool in French. I like it. He's here to fight for me and you.
Danny Phantom.
It's Danny Phantom? Yeah, Danny. It's spelled F-A-N-T-O-M-E with a little thing over the O. Danny Phantom. Okay. Anyway, very cool mystery meat. The first episode. I have not seen this in so long. There we had Patricia Heaton as our evil villain. I directed this first episode. Very cool. This show took so long to develop, Danny Phantom. I sold it very quickly as an idea, and then we had some executives change hands at Nickelodeon, and the one exec that picked it up loved it. Then that exec left, and the one who came in didn't love it so much. So it took a lot of convincing of this person to let me make this show. Because that's what people don't realize when you sell a show. It's not just about making the show. It's about playing the kind of Hollywood game and dealing with executives and being friends with people, and it's a lot of political things that go into making a television show, along with the artistic components as well. So always know that if you're going to be an artist or a writer or a show creator, learn how to do all of those things, do them well. But then once you sell a show, there's the sort of business game you have to play. So learn those elements as well. It'll really, really benefit you. Well, this has been very cool. Fairly Odd in Spanish, Los Padrinos Mágicos, and Danny Phantom in French, Danny Phantom. I'm totally messing that up. My apologies to anybody who speaks these languages. I'm so sorry. Hey, but really fun looking at my shows in other languages. What other shows of mine should I watch in different languages? And what other shows, period, should I watch in different languages? Should I watch other people's cartoons in different languages and react? I really want to start watching maybe someone else's animation of my shows. Like maybe someone out there did their own Fairly Odd Parents animation or Danny Phantom animation. I'm going to watch that. Maybe I'll look at some of my old YouTube videos, some of my earliest YouTube videos, and react to those. Would you guys like to see those? Because I look at those now and I kind of cringe. It's kind of painful. So, Anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching. What you think? Did you enjoy these episodes? Let me know down in the comments. And as always, don't forget, art gives you power. Use it wisely. Hey Heart fans, subscribe here to keep up with me, Danny, Timmy, Dudley, Bunsen, and the Noog Network, my new app full of cartoons, shows, and games. Download it here. Click over here to watch my most recent video, and here to start a playlist related to this video. Whoa, check out that awesome fan art. To be featured here, use hashtag HeartFanArt and tag me. I'm on every social media platform known to man. Cartoon Butch out. Pencil drop.